Hey guys, it's your boy Riskie Art here, and today I'm just going to be drawing Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is going to be a how-to video, so I'm just going to do a voiceover while I'm drawing to show you certain aspects in parts of the drawing that you should really key on and to really focus on and stuff like that. So let's just get into this. So when I start this drawing, I just started off with the circle and I build off the jaw from that. I kind of did this so I can have like a start. So it's basically my starting point for my drawing, and I build everything off of that. As you can see, I'm just drawing the muscles. A thing to keep in mind while drawing the muscles is you want them to be curvy. You know, muscles aren't stiff; they're curvy. And the clothing I just sketched out as best as I could. I'm not too good at clothing personally, but try to think where the folds in the clothes would be like normally, you know, in like everyday life. So at this point, I started drawing the face, and when you draw the face, I didn't do this, but typically I draw a line through the middle of the head so I can make everything symmetrical, especially the eyes. Really, something that a lot of people have a hard time with is drawing eyes. So if you draw that line in the center, it really helps you to make your eyes symmetrical. And now I'm about to start the hair. And a tip I have for you when drawing the hair is because some people just say to draw random spikes, but it really isn't. You kind of just, over time, you develop a skill and you kind of just see what looks best. I'm still working on that skill personally, but every spike that you draw typically has 3 lines that make it into a spike. And this, you should take your time with this part, you know, don't rush it, because if you rush this, your entire drawing isn't going to look well, especially with Super Saiyan 3. That's one of the most important aspects of the Super Saiyan 3 is the hair, so take your time with that. Now I'm just going to do some lining, and this is pretty much self-explanatory, so I'm going to speed this part up. So right about here, I start drawing these lines in the hair. I forgot to do it in pencil, so I'm just doing it in pen, and this is a pretty simple detail that just makes your drawing look a lot better. So always remember to draw these lines. They're pretty much, you can pretty much draw them randomly. There really is no technique to it. So now I'm beginning to color the drawing, and what I like to do first is to go over all the different areas in the drawing that need to be colored, and I just color it in its base color. So like Goku's T or whatever, that is orange, so I'm just gonna color that orange, and the parts that are blue, I'm just gonna color it blue, just flat colors. And after I'm done with that, I'm gonna come back with darker markers, or maybe the same marker if I don't have a different color, and just go over it a few times and add the shading. Okay, so right about here, if you know how to shade, then I would advise continuing. So continue to follow along. But if you cannot shade, if you do not know how to, or you feel like it's gonna ruin your piece, then just don't. Just leave it like this. It looks flat, but I mean, it's better than having a messed up drawing with terrible shading. I want to advise, when you're trying to learn how to shade, to draw detailed drawings that you take a long time on, and then try to shade those, because you'll mess them up. So I would advise drawing like little drawings that take less time to draw, and you kind of just practice your shading on those, because if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. But if you mess up with something like this, it's kind of like, wow, I just spent so long in this drawing and I messed it up. So yeah, just you can do whatever you want, but that's just my advice. I'm gonna continue. So when you start to shade, the first thing you want to decide is where your light source is coming from. I believe I decided my light source was coming from the right. So you'll be able to see that when I shade, I put all the darker areas on the left. And you really want to emphasize this so your drawing doesn't look confusing. This technique takes time to develop. Over time you'll get better, obviously. So if it doesn't turn out good the first time, just keep on trying, alright? Okay guys, so that's it. I finished showing you how to draw Super Saiyan 3 Goku, just his upper body. Hopefully this was helpful and you learned something new about art or drawing or whatever. And yeah, hopefully you guys will like and subscribe and share this with your friends. And yeah, see you guys. No, I have to sign my signature first. And then I'm gonna put the date later. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye.